Hi again. So I'm gonna show a bit the content of the download. That is everything inside this folder. How to install it here a bit. Some information about the model I'm using for the band that is done by Karol Miklas, and in the license of Sketchfab I'm supposed to be allowed to redistribute as soon as I'm crediting the author. So there it goes. Yeah, I'm gonna open a bit. The files are here in the download. So this is the band by Karol Miklas that I have modified a little bit, showing a bit everything is inside, the animation arguments and all the stuff, the damage model. So yeah, blah blah blah, this and that. And here goes the big thing. So this is the template I have prepared for try to help other people if they want to approach to do their own vehicle. So yeah, right now you can see all the actions that are applied already, the animation actions or arguments that are applied already to all the rig. And I'm going to import some sheet geometry I have done just for the example. So I'm appending it. Yeah, and collections, there is a collection, okay, example geo, and that's it. So here it is the sheet model. So I have done it just for the purpose of the example, so it's not a work of art, obviously. So yeah, here you see a bit weird. There is kind of two stair wheels over there, one hanging in the center of the scene, more or less, and the other one in the right place, but we'll see why is that like that after. So yeah, here I have a small camera setup that is containing a connector that is called driver point. That's the name it has to be. And the camera, and just placing it, this is gonna be pretty much the camera you're gonna have after in combined farms. So it's good to have the possibility to preview it here in Blender. So that's why I'm including this in the rig. I'm just positioning kind of roughly to see more or less to put this driver point in the place I want. And I have the preview of the camera that is helping me to see what is going to happen after. And yeah, I guess first thing we're going to talk about is about the lights, as is the name of the tutorial or whatever. So I think self-illumination or transparent self-illumination and lights. So yeah, I'm showing a bit the glasses here. Okay. I'm recording this afterwards because I think it's more easy to do the thing. I don't have to cut so much between the audio and the video. So okay, so yeah, here I have a duplicated geometry for the glasses. So one, the normals are facing inside and the other one outside, because if not you don't see the glass from the outside. So classic, but just showing it a bit how it is, and that's it. With the face orientation you can display it in viewport. And let's go for the lights. So this is the geometry I have done only for the lights, that it has the transparent self-illuminated material type assigned in the EDM, in the EDM options. So the image I'm using the same image for the whole model. So it's an image that has an alpha channel, and in the alpha channel is the only place that this self-illuminated material is going to be displayed. So as you can see now, I'm previewing the alpha channel, and that's the places we're going to see it. And apart, I have a bit of an alpha for the glasses also. And this is basically just the geometry I put on top of the geometry of the car, because we're going to animate the visibility of this also. So yeah, to animate this thing, we have to go to the dop sheet, and I put a value of 8, that it works pretty well. And we can see that we have an animation argument assigned to this value also. So I'm just putting a key here. screencast was not activated or whatever, so I put it again. Okay, so yeah, I press I and I'm putting a key. I don't know why we are not seeing it in the develop sheet, but in any case, maybe I cut this part or whatever in the editing. So yeah, just put a key in the frame 0 and that's all. I'm not animating anything because I just want the one value for the moment the lights are on. So just put a key in the 0 frame for the self-illuminated value, and that's all I have done for there. And now I'm gonna start to put the lights that are basically empty objects. So yeah, I put an empty, I kind of place it in the place it's supposed to go, that it should be here. Going nuts a bit with the camera as usually. And I will rotate it down also downwards a little bit. So yeah, this is the place we have to say that this thing is a light, as the others are render nodes, the objects. This one is supposed to be a light. Or there are connectors with the nodes, with the locator, so this one with the locator also is a light. Here we have the RGB values for the color. This one is going to be a spotlight, so we click a spot. Now we just have to, the brightness in one is going pretty well, but for the spotlight. And the distance is going to arrive to is going to be like 80 meters, for example. So 80 meters is okay. Yeah, here rotating the light. Gonna duplicate it. Yeah, this is the P and theta, or more or less how open the angle of the light is and how is the fall-off about that. So I just compare with the UAT and with the Tiger Russian APC, and in game, and the intensity values they are, and how open they are, the angle of the lights pretty much the same with these values. So that's why I'm putting it. Yeah, other two empties for the backlights. This one they're gonna be point lights instead of spots. So roughly placing them also. And here again, empty type with a light. But don't click a spotlight, it's gonna be a point by default. Just looking a bit the color, so it's not completely red because it's never working very well. And here the value is 3 because the intensity of the point, it doesn't work the same as with the spotlight, so we have to boost it a lot, and the distance is like 0.6 meters. So it decays pretty fast, but we still can hit a bit the ground and the car itself. And pretty much the same thing, duplicating. I think I'm gonna put some music in the background because this seems really boring. But in any case. So yeah, let's try to keep this a bit organized, even if I didn't name all these slides, because it will take time anyway. So just make a collection, put it there. So all the stuff related to in that collection is about the stuff we're gonna animate the visibility right now for all of these guys. So basically we go back to the action editor. We create a new action, should name it properly. And now we set the keyframes. These keyframes are set in the way because these lights are not gonna be on by default. They're gonna turn on in the moment the the night comes inside the simulator, inside DCS. So in the default map, Caucasus in summer, so normally it's after 8 the lights turns on automatically. So you need to be keyframe this way. The first 2 keyframes are off, no visibility, and after the frame 1 to the 100 they need to be on. So that's what I have done. Just simply animated the visibility of this argument, and now I'm adding this argument to the rest of the empties, that is of the lights. That is very simple. Just cleaning up because I see there is one that is being duplicated after the fake user, so I remove it to be sure everything is nice. Just add it one by one, select, and it's already assigned. This is pretty neat indeed because it speeds up the process a lot, and it's super easy to transfer this visibility animation. So, and now, yeah, we have to export the action, and it's the number 31. So this is important. And before finishing with the setup of the lights, we have to, before moving the rig or doing anything else, the best thing is we parent everything to bone relative to the whole bone in this case. That is the one is turning and bouncing. So yeah, basically selecting everything I'm gonna parent to it. All the geometry that is gonna be driven by that bone. Plus the lights and the emissive object. And the location for the camera position, and I just parent it. So to parent is always the same. Select everything. The last one with control, you select the armature. You go to pose mode if you want to parent to a specific bone, and then in pose mode you select that bone. You control P and bone relative. I repeat this process a lot during this whole video. And that's it. Now it should be well. So I'm gonna test the bounce animation. There you go. Everything is in place. So this is done already for the lights and the self-illumination material. That I'm gonna say that is to be changed because Tobias is working pretty hard in implementing another way to connect the shaders inside Blender, trying to use somehow the principles to pre-visualize all the PBR textures that are gonna be connected after in the EDM. Probably this shading stuff is gonna be, these tabs are gonna change. Probably the way we manage the shading is gonna change in the near future. So yeah, just a little update that is gonna come, but I'm really eager to see it because it's gonna be really cool. So yeah, we have here the rigging. It's time to start to connect the objects to the rig itself. So basically I'm gonna hide everything that I'm not gonna connect right now because it's already been connected. And here I went to pose mode. I select these bones here, and I'm gonna start to tweak the rig to the custom shape that whoever gonna use it is gonna need to tweak the rig to their own model. So this is the way you should do it. I'm doing it pretty rough here, but still for the example purpose is enough. So yeah. So placing everything in the middle of the center of the objects, or the center of the wheels. Same thing for the back wheels. Now I'm gonna reset the reset position or reapply the reset position with this new transformation, so that way everything is in the right place in the rig. Now basically I will parent each wheel to the bone is supposed to be parent to. So same process again, object mode, select the geometry, select the rig, pose mode, select the bone you want, Control P, bone relative, and keep going, all like that for the other 4. So this is pretty straightforward anyway. I mean, there is nothing special on this. We're gonna arrive after to the part of the. I'm gonna split it in the description. One for the basic setup or adaptation of the rig for the wheels, the hull, and another link for the one in the sorry, for the one in the steering wheel. That one is a little bit more complex, and it's been kind of a pain in the ass to figure it out how to prepare the template in the best way for people to use it. And this should be done, I guess. That's it. We go to the right action. That is rotation forward. See that in the beginning there is no rotation at all, and after the frame 0 is giving a full turn. So this is important also, because if not, it's gonna have a weird behavior in game. So they're working pretty well as intended. Now I think I'm gonna check a bit. Yeah, that's it. So we go now to the part that is a bit fucked up. That is the setup of a steering wheel. So we have this one. This one is gonna be parented to the steering wheel. That is obvious. I have placed this setup like that, these 2 bones, because that way, if you model your steering wheel, it's gonna be aligned to the main axis, and it's gonna be very easy to place it exactly in the middle of the rig. And this is gonna be the bone that you're gonna move, rotate, transfer, that it doesn't have any animation, and it's the parent of the one that has the animation, because if not, everything is gonna go to hell when you try to place it. So that's why I have done this extra one. That is not indeed in my little Zook mod. So yeah, I'm just rotating, placing around, try to place it. That's why there is a double geometry, because the first one is the place you want to have it, let's say that way. The other one is the one you're going to place already rig. I think it's more easy this way, that placing, that rotating, having the rig rotated, and try to place the steering wheel in the right place with rotation and everything. That is a pain. That is what I have done in the other model. And that's it. Here I'm deleting the reference geometry, and now this is the tricky part. So yeah, everything works great, so as intended, no problem, but in the moment we export, it's gonna look like this. So that's pretty fucked up. So the workaround I have found for this is that what I do is I just unparent the object, the steering wheel object, but I unparent it with clear and keep transformations. So this is pretty important indeed for things to go in the right way. Now we're gonna see that it has a kind of scene transformations, like if we place it by hand before rigging it or before parent it. And now, yes, we can parent it again. Also, bueno, yeah, before parent it, I'm gonna establish the reset position again with this new rotation for this, so that way everything is safe. And now I'm gonna parent it again, old school object pose mode, bone relative, blah blah blah, classic. And now, yes, this works. It's not going to hell, so it's in the right place. and it's gonna be rotating nicely. So yeah, more or less that's it. Now everything is rigged. Just have to kind of hide everything. Do the okay. There is this little two parts here that I didn't connect yet to the armature. So they gotta be linked to the root bone because they don't have to bounce or do weird shit. You could do it more realistic and make them turn and things like that and rotate, but this should be a pretty complicated rig, and I'm not gonna go for that, at least not this time. It's already complex enough for anyone kind of beginner like me with this Blender stuff and whatever. So I think it's enough complex. That's it. I unhide everything. So we have our driver point. I see that it's a little bit offset because I didn't place it well in this axis. So let's put it in the right place. So it will match perfectly the preview camera we have here in the bottom left. And what we have to do also is to probably delete the camera because it's gonna give some issues because it's parented to the armature. So let's get rid of it. Okay, it's in the right place, so we don't need it anymore. Delete it, and now it's ready to be exported. I already exported before, but I override, and now I open the model viewer. So yeah, here is a little sheet pickup, and there it is. So far it's good. We have our locator there that is gonna place the camera after in the combined arms. This is the animation argument for the emissive, for the self-illumination, but I didn't put any animation, so we don't see it anyway because it's hidden by the other argument. So the rotation of the wheels, all good. The other axis, the steering wheel is moving properly, finally. So yeah, these are the movements that are over there in the ET's vehicles. So I have replicated what they have after checking pretty carefully the EDMs here in the model viewer, and this is the self-illumination. That is just whatever is happening here is just visibility animation. Because the self-illuminated is on all the time, it's just that we are hiding and unhiding, same as the lights. We can see them there if the connectors are visible. So I'm gonna remove it. We have there the emissive that is working nicely. And now if we let it a little bit of time, started to gloom, to have this nice glowing effect. That's pretty much it, I guess. I might record a little video in game and to put this one in game, so just to show clearly that everything works fine. Also, the model is able to carry some troops. I think 6 by the code I have copy paste over here and modified a bit. I will carry six soldiers, 6 units. So if you want, of course, you have to put that in the mission editor. So some few other features like the lights, the night lights and stuff like that, that are all in the same model. So it's pretty cool, I guess, for starters. Yeah, just a quick showing 3 materials I'm using. One for the whole model mainly, a normal diffuse material, or normal solid material, another material for the glasses that has another glass material in the EDM properties, and for the lights there is another material because there is a different material that is the transparent self-illuminated, and this is one of the latest features that Tobias has added, that is a custom user box and a custom bounding box, so you can set these 2 points in the 3D space in that, and you're gonna have the bounding box of that you want, not depending on the geometry you have in the scene. And that's it. Oof, it's been pretty long, indeed. So yeah, I hope you guys like it as usually and find it useful somehow. Me personally, I have learned a lot with this little project, and next one probably will be the shading node that Tobias is preparing. We will give it a shot and try to show you guys how the new features are working. Thanks for watching.